What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Chad Arms, a.k.a. Chatty Bobby. 11:30.
Oh, wow. Simple.
I
To the
just
point.
simple. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
My name is Friday the 14th. I did it backwards once again, but my name is Tony, a.k.a. Friday the 14th. Welcome to the show.
And since he didn't do it, Hot Mike Chance.
Little voice crack in there.
The way he holds the mic to make sure.
It's so serious with it. I mean, it's just so serious. And we got him back for another episode.
I'm back.
Oh,
Drum roll.
The Viz.
He's here. And if you ever had a question about our thumbnails for all our videos,
I'm that guy.
this is the source of our thumbnails.
I'm the thumbnail plug.
Yeah. I mean, the greatness
plug,
from
man.
every episode that we've had is all due thanks to this guy.
Dude, I thought that the NWO one, the WCW moments, was my favorite one until he
gimmicks.
did the worst wrestling gimmicks.
That one's pretty on spot.
Yeah.
That's pretty great. Now, I don't know how he's going to do these other ones, but I'm excited.
Oh, yeah. All we got to do is just give him a base picture and then send him selfies, and then the rest is all magic.
It's pretty interesting. My camera roll's pretty
Yeah, I'd hate
interesting
to
to
see
look
what
at.
your wife would say if she looked at your phone at your camera roll.
And then pictures of us going,
Random wrestling pictures.
And after you
and
send me the picture, then I take a separate picture where I like chop out your head. So I have like multiple pictures of like everything.
one of my favorites is the camp horror one. I like that
dude,
with my little
they're all
cut
great,
off shirt. Probably the most fine-tuned one that he did was the
Trick or treat.
the anthology episode.
where you're in the
Yeah, I have makeup on my face in that picture. It's
Man,
You're always the easiest one.
what can you say
Whore.
when you got looks like this? It's hard.
hell
I
yeah,
don't
dude.
I don't know where I
Yeah.
was going with that one,
I'm
but
glad,
we're here.
I'm glad I can contribute in some
Yes,
way.
he's
So-
the thumbnail king.
Have y'all seen any dope movies at the theater in the last few months?
Yeah,
We
we've
really
seen
talked about that.
we've seen a couple of them.
Oppenheimer.
We went and saw Oppenheimer in the 70 millimeter
IMAX.
experience.
Fire?
Only way to
which-
see it.
Yeah.
Man, it's a totally different kind of Nolan movie. It's
Yeah.
the most simple kind of Nolan movie out there, but man, when you're talking about filmmaking, he is the man right now in Hollywood when it's to all aspects of a film, from cinematography, camera work, music, just everything that he touches, and it just does it absolutely
Yeah, if
perfect.
we ever do a Nolan episode,
We
then
will. We definitely will.
Yeah.
You have to be a part of that.
He's my favorite.
Yeah.
He's always been my
I mean,
favorite.
Oppenheimer's it's a totally, like I said, it's a different kind of Nolan movie because it's simple, but it's absolutely amazing.
I
Which
can't
is
wait to
a
see it.
refreshing thing.
Yeah.
Especially coming off of Tenet.
Yeah,
Whereas
but that-
like,
I still can't comprehend what's going on.
can't
I
either.
tried to watch when the 4K came out because I saw it with y'all in the theater, and
Yeah.
I did not. I thought it was very well done. I had no clue what.
yeah, it looks cool.
Yeah,
But-
Sounds cool.
Watched it again on 4K when we watched it again, and it
still don't get it.
I was just like,
I'm usually the one that can.
yes, we looked to
We
Jordan
had-
for guidance.
And I couldn't. I still.
That's
can't.
how I was for Inception. Now they understand. I'm lost with Inception, but like Tenet was worse. I felt like.
If you want a
It
good
was.
explained video, heavy spoilers on YouTube has awesome. And I
Is
think
it the
he
British
just,
guy?
Yeah, and I
You know
think
what's he used to be a battle rapper. His name's Definition, dude. That's what's so crazy.
Are you serious?
Yes, dude. He was a battle rapper in the UK for years and really popular. And then I started looking up movie reviews, and I started hearing it. I was like, dude, sounds familiar. And then I found out that it's the same guy. It's pretty crazy.
That's
Fun
insane.
fact. Huh.
But I think he just put out an in-depth video on Inception like last week or something.
Okay,
He's
well,
going
I
back.
may
Those videos are the best.
Yeah, I better watch him.
Just the knowledge that guy knows about it's amazing the research he does for videos.
He's got to have like a team.
Oh, yeah.
of people.
Oh,
like,
he's
helping
blown
him.
up, bro. Because when he, like, as a battle rapper, like he wasn't like a main event battle rapper, but he was like one of the better ones in that league in the UK.
Yeah.
But when he did that, he always did like movie references and stuff in his bars. But like, and I think he even did one where it was like Superman versus something. It was kind of like a gimmick battle. But when he got that channel, bro, that shit.
Yeah,
took the fuck
he's
off.
my go-to explain video that I go to as soon as I get out of a movie.
Yeah, I need to get back into the theater and see some stuff, man. I know that a few months ago, y'all have to talk about it here.
Oh,
40X.
Yes. So y'all saw Mission Impossible, the newest one, in
Yes.
40X. Now explain to YouTubers or the people listening, what exactly is 40X?
Okay, this is my first ever.
We were late to the party. Supposedly it's a popular thing.
Yeah.
Have you ever been to one?
Nope, never.
Have you ever heard of the 40X?
No, but I imagine it's probably similar to like a Universal ride or
That's
something.
exactly.
It
what
is
it's like.
exactly okay. You
For
walk
3 hours.
For 3 hours, you walk in, and the seats are in little 4-seat clusters, and
There's a bar in front of them.
yeah, a bar in front of them. Did you ever go to Universal as a
Yep.
kid? Do you remember the alien experience that they used to have there? The whole where stuff would come
Yep.
across your. It is very similar to that, but in a movie theater experience where you're in your seats. And you're basically involved in a 3-hour roller coaster in a movie theater.
And you have no seatbelt on.
No seatbelt. This was an experience that I will
Which you
never
don't expect. Like, we'd never been to one.
Yeah.
You don't
Right.
expect to have a seatbelt.
Of course
When you're
not.
about to watch a 3-hour movie.
No.
Yeah.
Why would they do that?
But, you expect like the action scenes are going to be
Jumping
people
you
shaking.
around.
There's going to be some water that sprays.
But
Yeah.
it was like legit. Like,
I mean, you were being
Dude.
tossed and turned all over
were
the
people
place.
getting thrown out of their chairs and stuff?
I was being thrown around, yeah. Thank goodness we had a buffer zone. Like in our little 4-seat cluster, we were the only two in there, so we had our buffer zone
out.
in between each other.
Little buffer zone. Yeah.
Thank goodness, because if there was somebody next to me, I would have been in their damn lap during this
Just
experience.
imagine me in this. Dude, I would have gotten so mad.
that's what we were
the
talking
first
about.
10 minutes was Wheeze Fest. I was laughing so hard just watching Tony.
Because what else can you do?
It
you
was
know?
so just jarring
Field trip
and
time.
unexpected.
I mean,
I think we need to go do it.
what
You
gets
or
me,
my wife
like in
would have been
the
the funniest thing ever.
the action scenes, I get it, but when somebody turns to look at another person, do
Yeah.
we have to move?
Like
No.
a person coughs and you're like shake across the room.
hit you in the face and fucking loogie hit you. Like, what is that?
Jordan found the recipe for success. He propped his legs
Recipe for success. Okay.
right.
without getting thrown around in the seats. He propped his
okay.
feet up on the little misty bar.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I crouched down into this. He was like,
I was
sitting
holding on.
straight, holding on to the sides, like,
I just
Crouching Jordan,
You would've
hidden
thought he was-
busy, dude.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
it was terrible. It was, but we were sitting there laughing the whole. We were sitting there talking to each other. It's like, what if Chad was in here with us?
it
during
got
this movie?
old fast. I mean,
What other movies do they offer that
everything.
in?
Everything.
Oh,
in
you can
the-
watch any of them in there?
Evidently,
I saw
They had
a-
Scream in 4DX.
I saw a
which I
clip
don't know
of
what that
someone
would
that
have
saw
been like.
Little Mermaid, and they were wearing like a poncho, and they like walked out soaked.
Just getting skeeted on.
and you get bubbles in the. Evidently, you got bubbles.
and
Bubbles?
There's these two
Ooh.
smoke machines that blow out.
Yeah, we
smoke
didn't
in
get
the
no
front.
bubbles.
So,
We got misted on, and then some little thing kept brushing up against our leg, like a little tallywhacker
Yeah, there's a
kept
little
brushing.
tallywhacker down there, like hit your ankles.
God. Imagine watching a horror movie in one of those.
Oh,
things.
yeah.
I will never see. You'll have to go by yourself. 'Cause
Well, I'm not going. If y'all are saying it's that bad,
Dude,
I
it-
would
my
have
back
a heart attack.
I'm interested now. I'm curious.
Have fun, because my back
And
was
supposedly, I'll go ahead.
legit sore the next day from being jolted
You
around so
complained
much.
for like a week about it.
That's being a little dramatic, but it was
You
like
did.
a day.
You were being dramatic about it.
Well, I'm old, okay?
I'm older.
Touche. But
Backed him in a corner.
I had a thought, and I lost.
we did have
Man,
a
it's
good
gone.
member of the theater with us, and we had a huge Tom Cruise fan in the.
Oh yeah, we had a drunk guy behind us that was
That-
like
I gotta turn my
TC.
mic
yeah.
My man
Did you turn your mic
TC.
off?
Uh-oh.
No, I didn't.
No.
No, we're good.
No, we're good.
But he was the ultimate Tom
TC.
Cruise. He was
TC.
Nobody calls him TC.
That guy
Yes,
did.
He sold me on it too.
Yeah.
Like,
sold you on it.
yeah.
dude in the major action
Because the
scene.
first time he says it, I'm like TC, and I'm like,
Like you
oh,
calling his
give me-
buddy or
give me
something.
Tom Cruise. But then like an hour later, I was like, yeah, TC.
yeah, he's
TC, are you with me?
the main action scene is about to happen and everything, and he's like,
He's like, get ready, y'all.
"Here we go, TC. He's come to
TC
save
in
the
the
day."
God, fucking hype man of the year.
Yeah, and
Flavor Flav?
completely opposite of what you think of what a Tom Cruise fan would look
But
like.
I looked around at other people. Like I wanted to see other people's reaction because I was over it. And I'm not one to walk out of a movie. But like I wanted to leave. But people were loving it. And I looked up reviews like 40X, like just people like talking about it, and they love it.
Yeah.
I play golf with a guy. He's the one that like sold me on it. And it was awful.
Yeah,
Could you even follow like the movie, or were you
I
too
struggled.
traumatized?
I was taken out of the movie. And
I was too.
And we went and saw Mission Impossible, and that was a movie I was super looking forward to, but it completely took me out of the movie.
So now
Yeah.
you just basically have to go and
Okay,
watch
yeah,
it all over
I'm
again.
definitely, it'll be high up on my. It's like for my year list. It's like right there in the middle right now, but I think it will be up higher once I watch it again.
Once you don't get thrown.
Out of the seat. There was a couple times that I felt like I was legit falling out of the seat.
Overreacting. I mean, it was extreme, but I mean.
Do you agree that they should have had seatbelts on the seats?
Sure, but like, I mean, there was like teenage girls sitting beside us, like, you know, they were fine.
Hopefully they didn't
Tony's
do any
over there,
barrel
like,
rolls.
You know, freaking out.
And he's over there wheezing. At
Of course,
It's
it's
comical.
hilarious.
getting thrown around. You should have to
go to the chiropractor.
You need to sign a waiver
Calm
before
down.
you get on that. Before you go see a movie and that, you should sign a waiver.
There's gonna be a 5DX
It was-
where you just get killed. and the 5DX
It includes bullets.
What was that other theater experience they have at Opera Mills too? I forget what it's called.
I forgot what it's called, but it's like there's screens. Like there's the middle screen and then there's two side screens. So it like goes all the way around you.
Oh wow, like a 360 or something.
Yeah.
Screen X.
Yeah, I think that's what it
Screen
was.
X.
But it would only seem fitting for like certain movies. You know, like Top
And
Gun.
I heard it's kind of shoot.
Howard the Duck. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
there you go. That's a prime winner. You know, Dick Tracy would have been a good one.
Yeah,
Popeye.
Popeye.
Big screen.
Seeing
You
Popeye
need
on the big
Popeye on the
screen.
big
We
Shout
need-
out Billy Meacham.
Shout out
Billy
Billy
Meacham.
Meach. Shout out Meach. We need Popeye on the big screen.
We need Meach out here one day. Shout out Meach.
Shout out Meach,
Bryce
man.
doesn't
He
live
still
too
tags
far.
us and stuff on Facebook.
I know.
Like the
Shout
Man
out to
2
you, Meach.
trailers and tags me and Tony.
Meach, we got the
Shout out
viz on a
Meach.
video.
Man, I hope he says something in the comments.
Dude, I hope I wish they'd bring back video sponsors too, man.
Dude.
Meach. I'm with
Google
you on
Plus
that.
just screwed it all up.
They did, man. But yeah, man, I got to get back to the theater. I know too, because we're going to be getting viz on several episodes, you know, in the upcoming months. But one that we definitely will need to do is like a year end, like 2023.
I still make a list
Right
every
now.
year.
Yeah, well, and I have been, but this year I got a lot of catching up to do because I got about 15 movies on my watch list that I haven't got to watch because I'm either watching stuff for these episodes or we're just doing other
You'll
stuff.
watch like 30 movies on that
In November.
last week of
In
December.
November. So you know how I do it, bro.
get 'em all
I'm
in.
the one that like had 3
And I
months
know
to
you're
prepare.
sleeping through half of them.
3 months to prepare for your exam, and the night before I'm cramming. That's how you.
So funny.
I'm actually making a list this year, and I never
Tony,
make lists.
first,
Yeah,
let's
he's
talk-
anti-list.
me and Jordan have been list makers on these movies.
And
for
I don't have
years.
anybody to share it with, but y'all.
Yeah.
And I
Jordan
love
makes
it.
this huge list and has nobody to tell it to.
Yeah, it's like New Year's Eve. I'm like, here you go, guys. Like, check out my list.
But I went. What year was it? 2019. I had watched like 119 movies in 2019.
There was one year that was just outrageous.
and we did I did like a whole video of it, and it was a fun thing to do. It was
40 of them
taxing.
were like Netflix movies that nobody watches.
Yeah, because that's what I did. I was like, I'm gonna see how many I can
I'm just
watch.
getting his
Just
numbers.
the maniac in me. I wasted hours of my life that I couldn't get back because I wanted to watch a fucking 1-star rated horror movie, just to add it to the list.
Gotta
But-
get them numbers.
Me and Jordan would always make the list and be like, Tony, make a list, and he'd be like, no.
No.
But then he got to where he did it. He was saying no just for spite. I think.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tony does that.
He was a spite. It was like a
I'm
spite.
a spiteful son of a
He
bitch.
is.
So now he's making a list.
And
best
now,
way to get
now we
Tony-
won't do the episode.
No, we definitely will.
The best way to get Tony to do something is just to like casually talk about it and don't include him. just talk about it. Talk about how much we enjoy it and leave it at that, and he'll come around.
The time you say you should do this, he'll be like,
Oh no, that's
he's
not,
the same way.
Yeah, that's not how you approach
He's
it.
a go
at all.
against the grain
I've
kind of
learned
guy.
that through years of being his friend.
Yeah, dude.
It happens.
We're back, man. Horror movie.
What
Or
was
did I
that?
just have a stroke?
What was that?
I'm having chest pain.
Clip it.
Clip it, yeah. But yeah, we're back for
Missed it again. Strike. Come on. This is
Third
strike
time's
two.
charm.
You got 2 strikes.
third time's the charm. Where'd the R
struck
go?
We're gone. That's
The
ball
R's
one.
silent and charm.
You got a 1-2
Hey,
count on
he's
you right
looking at
here.
you, sweetheart.
Yeah, see.
Because he hasn't had his moo shake or whatever. What?
Delicious drink.
I didn't have my move.
Nope.
You had the move energy drink. Horror movie remakes.
Did you say horror movie?
I always try to. Oh God, I'm falling apart. Horror movie remakes, man.
There we go.
There's a lot of remakes. We're gonna fucking talk about them. If y'all don't like it, go fuck yourself.
And guess
All right.
what? They're in chronological order.
Oh,
Ooh, Tony said chronological.
Good
Not
job.
chronological.
We don't have these
Been
in any kind of
practicing.
order. We're just gonna
They
like.
aren't in order.
Yeah, I got them in
They just
chronological.
said-
Oh,
I thought he was just trying to do a callback to when he couldn't say
I actually
chronological.
have it, and I said it right.
Okay,
this time.
well, we're going to do
He
them in
put it in
chronological order.
He put it in chronological order just so he could say that in this episode.
and I said it right.
And I totally just it went in one ear.
telling you, he's all about making lists now.
yeah, I'm a list
Yep.
guy.
He's the list guy.
He's the list guy.
Yeah.
All right,
You
guys.
just totally shot.
Before we get into the episode
Yes.
officially, hit up the sponsors, Trouble Spirits, get you some whiskey or some gin or some vodka. Nixon Pro Media, shout out to them if you need some digital marketing. Also, if you need website design or anything like that, or digital marketing as well, Revolution One Media.
this guy.
Yes,
Shout
sir.
out to Chance, the director, Hot Mike Chance.
And if you need thumbnails, I will not make them for you. I'll only make them for them.
Hell yeah,
because
dude.
you can't get a hold of this guy.
Shout out to-
No social media Jordan over here.
Shout out to the visualizer, Busy Bone.
Yes.
We're here. Horror movie remakes, man. You just want to go right in, go chronological.
Chronological order, just bam, from where we have it. I guess we'll start from one of the best horror remakes out there, The Thing from 1982. John Carpenter.
Yep.
You got Uncle Kurt.
Russell. Yep.
You got Keith David in there.
Yep.
The setting of this movie is just phenomenal. Perfect wintertime movie.
Believe you got Richard Masur in that as well.
Yeah,
Can we
sounds-
Google
Did
that?
you even say Kurt Russell?
Yeah,
Yeah, Uncle
Uncle
Kurt.
I'm
Uncle Kurt, yeah.
zoned out on that part.
You totally did a
Kurt.
chronological
Okay, I
order.
didn't
Yeah, Uncle
process
Kurt.
it.
What was that guy's name?
Richard Masur,
Oh, okay.
which
Masseuse?
close.
Okay.
It's the guy. Chance is going to fact check me on
Yep,
that.
yep.
But if it is Richard Masur, he was the reason I remember him is because he's the dad in License to Drive, which is one of my favorite movies in the '80s. It came out like a few years after. I'm pretty sure he's in that movie though.
Never seen it.
Oh, dude, you got to watch that one.
I
man.
know. You've
Is that
always
Corey
talked
Feldman?
about it.
Yeah.
It's my voodoo. It's my favorite, other than Lost Boys.
No, that's Corey.
You need a
Haim
whole
in this.
series
Richard
called It's on My
Stewart
Voodoo.
is in there.
It's on my voodoo
Clark.
because there's a lot of them. Huh?
He's in there. Clark.
Clark. He's Clark. Yeah. Shout out to Thermos Pasta.
Yes.
And Tommy John surgery. And
Old school
And
stream.
next Friday for the.
But the thing, man, it's a great movie, man. And obviously, it could probably sit in horror and sci-fi, obviously. But it's definitely one that we put in the horror.
I think it
category.
competes for a lot of people's favorite Carpenter movie
Oh, well-
over Halloween. Like a lot of people pick The Thing.
I can see that. I can see Thing, Fog, and Halloween.
The Fog isn't as popular with people as it is with us.
No.
Which is crazy to me.
Yeah,
It's
I was kind
Confession.
of slow.
Never
but
seen The Fog.
You've never seen. Oh man.
Nope.
The music is the biggest
Yeah.
thing for The Fog for me.
And
But
and
The
with-
Thing-
Atkins.
And with The Thing, it's probably Carpenter's most simple score.
Yeah,
out
it's
of
very
any of his-
simple.
out of any of his movies, but it's that dong. Just it's like another character though.
Yeah, Carpenter was great about that.
And then you got the synth feel in that one.
The practical effects in this
The
movie
practical
is
effects.
incredible.
Top notch.
Anything with a snowy setting,
Snowy
obviously,
setting.
yeah, is a check mark. It's scary as shit. The storyline's great. Now, a lot of these that we're going to talk about, I haven't even seen the originals.
Yeah.
I haven't
Yeah.
seen the original thing because that was like from the 50s or
Yeah,
60s.
the original is called The Thing from Outer Space.
Yeah,
I
I've
believe.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, I've never
I'm
seen
sure
it
you
either.
owned it at some point.
The Thing from Outer Space. I don't think I owned that one.
Really?
No. Yeah, I
Out
don't know
of
if
every Blu-ray you ever
Shocker.
owned, you did some- The
Yeah.
Thing
Does it
from
have a
Outer-
Blu-ray?
I don't
Who
think
knows?
so. I definitely didn't own it though, and if I did,
Not on
I
your
did
Vudu?
not watch it.
I told him he should have a whole series called "It's on My Voodoo."
It's on my voodoo, dude. 1,300 strong, man. We're moving up. Come on.
But the next one on the list too is the one that I've never seen the original of as well. But I've seen the Cronenberg, The Fly,
Yeah, and that's
another sci-fi horror
Yeah.
movie.
creepy as fuck. Jeff Goldblum, with Gina Davis too, right?
Yeah, Gina Davis.
The practical effects in this one was crazy.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
got some cringe, like transformation scenes and stuff.
I need to watch it again. I've only watched it once.
And the music's pretty good in it as well. But that's what gets me with these, especially in the 80s. The practical effects are so fucking good.
Well, the first half of this list is way better than the second half.
Oh, yeah.
Just for these reasons: the music, the
practical
practical
effects.
effects.
Plus, like those, when we get to that pocket from 2001 to 2009.
Yeah,
Like that 8-year pocket remakes, bro, they
Oh,
were
just-
killing it with
yeah.
the remakes. And some of them were shit turds, but a lot of them were fire
Yeah.
remakes. But I enjoyed The Fly. And I've always liked Goldblum, obviously, and Jenny Davis. But It's definitely got some creepy parts to it, but again, I haven't seen the original. It's one of those that's in that box set. I just,
Yeah.
can't.
I think Vincent Price is in the
Yeah,
original.
it's just.
No idea.
Yeah. just yeah, sounds good.
Don't waste your time on me.
I'm like that with a handful of these.
But it's a prime example of the remake is better than the original.
And we skipped a popular one, I think, with a lot of people is not the town that dreaded sundown. Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, that's from the 70s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which I like that movie. But again, I hadn't seen the original. It's a slow burn though.
It is.
I hated the remake, so I haven't even thought about watching the original.
Snooze fest for
Well,
me.
and it's. I liked parts of it. It's just it's a slow burn.
It is so
Yeah.
slow. Have you seen
It's
that,
like
Terrence?
mid 70s, I believe.
Yeah. No waste your time on it.
All right.
Well, don't let him hate on it like that. Well, yeah, don't waste your time.
It's a snooze fest.
Who am I kidding?
I
don't even
mean,
remember
it
the
doesn't really. Just the title doesn't really
Yeah.
pique my interest.
Ain't it
Invasion's a fun word.
Ain't it?
but
Yeah.
Aren't they plants?
I wanted to like
Aren't
it.
they plants that are taking over?
Yeah, you're the one that likes it so much.
movie. Don't ask me. I don't know.
No idea.
No clue. But yeah, and then we got one right here. Me and you just watched this the other night from what was it? 88. The Blob.
Just pre-ordered to the Amazon. I saw
The 4K of
4
it.
Kizzle. Yeah, excited.
One of
about
your
it.
favorites right
This
here.
is one of my favorite movies.
You grew up on this one?
Hmm
Like favorite
Yeah.
movies?
Yep.
Interesting.
For nostalgia reasons,
Oh, okay.
but I
It's
like
like
it a
your
lot.
Rocky
Yeah.
4.
Yep. Kevin Dillon.
Blob is my Rocky 4. Hell yeah, dude.
Should be a T-shirt.
It
Yeah,
is.
and we were talking about it the other night. The only thing this movie's lacking is music.
Yeah, it doesn't have like a fun, like memorable score
Yeah,
to it.
It has music in part, but you think, like especially in like the first half of the movie,
It's
it's
got a-
very non-musical.
It's kind of like My Bloody Valentine, the
Yeah.
original. It's a great movie,
It's
lacking in music.
Yeah, and it's got a glorious mullet in it.
Yes, yeah.
From what
It's
it's,
just
it's
hard-
dude from Entourage.
Yeah, Matt
Yeah.
Dillon.
Kevin-
and then you
not
have
Matt
Kevin
Dillon.
Dillon.
Kevin Dillon.
Kevin Dillon.
Yep.
Matt Dillon. Gosh. And
all
then
right.
you have what's her name? Shawnee Smith from the Saw movies.
Yep.
She plays the
Oh,
main
hottie
chick
in
in
it.
it.
She is the little hottie,
Yeah,
toddy.
she's the blonde chick in it.
Yeah.
Practical effects once again top notch in this movie.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
I like the plunger scene.
God, that's
It make you not want to plunger nothing.
Dude, he just gets sucked down into that sink.
Oh yeah,
Never stick your hand down in a garbage disposal area.
yeah. I mean, who's sticking their hand into a garbage disposal?
You have to do it occasionally.
Yep.
Well, I mean, all the way down there, like
You drop a fork down there.
Yeah,
But every time you stick your hand in it,
Yeah.
you always have some negative thought.
I would be like,
It is gross. It is gross.
Yeah.
Or
But at least you're already in the sink to wash your hands.
Or
That's
the
true.
fear of it accidentally turning on.
or
you.
just
I
something
know,
being in
that's
there,
the biggest fear.
Yeah.
chewing your hand off.
You can't
Yeah.
help but think about it anytime you stick your hand in
What
it.
was that one horror movie where they dropped the ring down the sink and he's trying?
Saw.
Was that Saw?
Yeah, it was Saw 2. Remember the not Saw? I'm trying.
Isn't
Final
that-
Destination 2.
Oh, okay, yeah.
When dude gets because he's got
Yep.
that brand new watch where he
yeah,
won the
yeah,
lottery,
yeah, that's it. Yep, that's
and he
it.
gets his hand stuck. And
And there's one in H2O also, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
Chance loves H2O, guys. Check it out. Halloween H2O.
Is that what that shirt is? Is that H2O? Is that a... No, that's that's the original
Yeah.
Myers.
Do you know about Chance's love of H2O?
Yeah, yeah. We've done a few.
Mm-hmm.
Man.
I mean, I could like
Triple
Halloween
Flex
3.
review we did.
Do what?
I said I could like Halloween 3.
You could.
You hate that one, right?
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's at the bottom of his list, unfortunately.
Yep.
it's understandable.
No, it's not.
A lot
But
of
the
people
Blob,
hate it.
but the
I
Blob,
disagree.
I like, and that was one of the first horror movies I ever watched.
Really?
Hmm
Shout out to
Good
the Blob.
movie.
Did y'all ever see the original one? It's got a Criterion. I owned it 11 times.
Well,
I
what
never
about
watched it.
what's your thoughts on that motorcycle scene in the sewer where he drives over top of the Blob
Hey,
and then
Yeah,
wrecks
that's
a
what
bike?
I do.
He crashes the bike like 15 times in
Yep.
the movie.
I don't
And
think
then he's
very
like
good.
driving over rocks and
Yeah.
going
Yeah.
over tunnels. It's like, okay. Inconsistent.
It's got full drive. They're on 2 wheels.
Inconsistent motorcycle skills.
Yeah.
Hey, sometimes
IMS.
sometimes your
I tried to
adrenaline's
see what
just
the
going.
letters were.
He
man.
just
It's
goes.
Yeah, it's just a,
Imes.
A lot of IMs in there. But yeah, shout out to the Blob, man.
Fun one.
Next up, 1990. You had I love this remake,
Yep.
man. I watched it countless times because we had the. I used to rent it from this video store close to my house when I was a kid. Because I didn't watch a lot of horror movies when I was young, but that one, like the slow zombie ones, they didn't scare me too bad. So
Yeah.
I would watch them. But I love this one. Like this is one I wish would get a proper like U.S. release.
Yeah,
I don't
because all we
guess-
got is that umbrella release out of Australia.
and I don't know if it's like a rights thing. I'm sure it is if they hadn't already done it. But
Tom Savini directed that one,
Tony Todd is great in it.
and he did the practical effects in it too as well.
Yeah, and it's very similar to like I've seen the first one, but it's only been one time, and it's because
It's just super dated.
it's super dated. But like it's got some creepy parts in it. But like the scene at the beginning, like the cemetery scene, is really cool in the remake, and then the practical effects were cool. There's one guy in there, one of the guys that's like trapped in the house with everybody that is like. I know we've filmed an episode a while back, like about Rocky, like Paulie. Cringe.
yeah.
There's a guy in Night of the Living Dead remake that is the
forgot
most
about him.
annoying motherfucker ever on planet Earth. But
I forgot about that.
I
That's
love
what
the remake though.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I need to rewatch it again. I've only seen it a couple times, but I had a blast. It's another one that I enjoy more than the original, just because it's
I've only watched it once, and I really don't remember a whole lot. I'm not a big zombie
yeah.
guy though.
Yeah, and see, like once the zombie movies were effective, and then they made 28 Days Later,
Change the game.
and it was
I
a
love
game
those.
changer, bro. Like.
For not being a zombie fan, like I love those.
Because it's not your normal like slow like between that and even in the Day of the Dead or Dawn of the Dead.
Dawn
remake,
of the Dead. Yeah.
the way the zombies were like it was like an infection and then they like
I've still never seen the original Dawn of the Dead.
man
Just all those, like
It-
Day of the Dead. I own the Scream Factory, never watched it.
yeah. Well, Dawn of the Dead, dude, I've watched it once. The zombies are like blue, aren't they, Tony? And
A
then
lot
like
of
the
people love that movie.
No, it's one of those cult like classics.
Oh,
but
yeah.
The music in it makes absolutely no sense for like the scenes that it shows, and then like the music that's playing. Me and my brother was watching. It was like this makes no sense. I didn't really care for Dawn of the Dead. Now I like Day of the Dead a lot. I love Bub.
Oh,
Day
yeah.
of the Dead, but like
I think the effects
Return
are,
of the Living Dead. I like those.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Yeah.
Dawn of the Dead. The practical effects and the gore steps up a notch too in Dawn of the Dead.
yeah,
and everything
for sure.
You
But
seen
yeah.
all? Have you seen all those?
Most of them, not the older ones, but the all the new ones, and then the remake of Night of the Living Dead is
Yeah.
one of my favorite remakes too.
I need to watch it
I
again.
watched it way before I watched the original.
Yeah.
So after 1990, then we're jumping ahead to 2001. Now this is not every horror remake. This is just a good little chunk of
Yeah,
movies
this
that we
is just
put
our
down.
list that popped up to us.
And y'all can put in the comments if there's other remakes that y'all want us to check out or something. But 13 Ghosts, 2001. That's one that came out when I was like a sophomore, junior in high school.
Yeah.
And I remember at the time, everybody was like, "Oh, this movie's awesome."
Yeah.
And then we rewatched it. Like,
Yeah, and it doesn't hold
It
up.
does not hit the same.
I mean, the ghosts look awesome.
That's what I was about to say.
Yeah.
The ghosts are kind of fun.
Yeah, that's about it.
That's
and
about
then
it.
what's her name? Elizabeth from American Pie. What's her name?
I don't know her real name. Chance.
It's on.
I'm thinking Elizabeth Hurley, but that's the chick from Austin Powers.
I almost said Berkeley, and that's
Jesse Spano.
That's
Yeah.
Jesse Spano. Is Matthew Lillard's in that one too, ain't
I
he?
think so.
yeah.
Shannon Elizabeth.
Shannon Elizabeth. That's who it is. She's very nice to look at. But yeah, it was just a mediocre. Nothing stood out to me other than the ghost designs in that one.
Yeah.
Especially the one ghost that had like the trap around his head and everything.
Yeah.
That one stands out to me the most out of it.
Fun facts that you talked about Shannon Elizabeth from American Pie. I saw somewhere like a meme or some like thing on the internet the other day where Sean William Scott only got paid $10,000 for American Pie 1 for Stifler.
Wow.
Are you serious?
He was still working. I think they said he had like a regular job and got paid $10,000 for that role.
That is
That's all I got
insane
paid.
to think.
And think about how iconic. Now I'm sure
Yeah.
2, 3, and 4 he clearly probably got way more, but like for that first one he got $10,000.
That is insane to think about.
Yeah, that's wild. But yeah, man, like 13 Ghosts is one of those that was dope at the time, but like that late 90s, early 2000 horror train, like with all those movies started getting popular, and it's because Scream.
Yeah.
In 96, we talked about this in the Scream episode, what it kind of started doing. You know what I mean? And we in the 90s horror episode.
Yeah.
Yeah. But this one just didn't hold up. I think we're all kind of in agreement on that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
The
It's
ring
still on
though.
a shelf somehow.
Yeah,
But
because it's a Screen Factory.
Screen Factory.
Yeah. Then you have one that I'm a fan. I like it better than the Japanese version. Is The Ring from 2002.
Oh, this is one
Ringo's fire too, though, bro.
Ringo,
But
it's
not-
great. Yeah,
I like
it's
this. I like the Ring better.
just because it's the English and all that stuff.
I
But
think The Ring is one of the best horror movies ever made.
Really?
To be honest,
I remember going to see that in the theater.
Yeah,
And
it's legit, and it whole. I mean, you know, like when she comes out of the TV, like some of the effects don't quite still hold up. Man, it's terrifying.
dude, especially in the opening when the two girls are watching the tape and the one girl opens the closet.
Oh,
dude,
man.
that face! I can still see that face
Yeah.
to
The
this
the noise that she makes.
Yeah,
Yes.
dude.
And the thing about this movie, The Ring, was that this style of horror wasn't a thing yet in the U.S. Like, what movies before The Ring? I said thing. I'm sorry. The Ring, when it came out in 2002, were there any movies before that y'all can remember that was this style?
day.
Like, I know there was like Exorcist
It's
and all
real
that kind of stuff.
moody and like dark.
It was like a first of its
Did-
kind. kind of
the
thing.
Grudge came out after The Ring.
Yes,
too,
and the Grudge, the
And that's a
original
remake,
Grudge,
too.
yeah, the original Grudge is awesome, bro. The remake is dope too.
Yeah.
but like the Japanese version is super creepy. dog.
Really,
Yeah.
that's the one with like the little kid. I've never seen The Grudge or
haven't
either
either.
versions of them, but they has like the little kid that's like terrorizing her and stuff.
Yeah. Y'all need to check it out.
And the
It's on my voodoo.
crazy thing about The Ring is it's PG-13.
Yep.
That's insane.
And it's still like, you know,
And just the whole concept
Holds up
about
the way
you,
it does.
like what was it like? You got a week. I'm trying to. I hadn't watched
7
it.
days.
7
7
days.
days.
After it's like that whole. Then the whole thing about the entity coming out of the well.
Yeah.
That shit's like super.
The whole once I get to that farm scene, and I forget what the old guy's name. He's a big name actor,
Yeah.
but you know,
It's the guy from Succession,
yeah.
whatever his name is.
When he kills himself in the bathtub and stuff, and then the whole videotape with the nails going through the fingernails.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh,
It's always been one of my top.
and that's one I'm surprised has
contenders.
never gotten as a physical. It's gotten
just a basic ass
basic
Blu-ray,
Blu-ray.
this whole
Bad.
time.
Yeah.
Fucking
I know
bad,
Arrow
for
is putting out Ringu on 4K.
And
Here's some-
Ringu is good. I've
for
watched
sure.
that one. I might have watched 2 or 3 of them. 'Cause there's
Yeah,
a
that-
handful of them.
There's
like
3
three.
of them, I think.
Box, yeah, box
It's
set was
good, but man, like The Ring is just so much better.
Yeah,
fun.
just creepy.
Yeah. And we spoke about this a few minutes ago. Dawn of the Dead remake.
I saw this in the theater.
Yeah, I think I
Which
did.
was
Me
rare.
and Skeggs did too, like back in the day, because this is when we worked at Media Play. And
Now,
I
was
went
this
to
Snyder's first? Was it one of
Maybe.
Zack Snyder's
I have
first
no
movies?
idea.
I'll look, but I'm pretty sure it was one of his first movies he directed.
But
Just zombies with more energy.
Star-studded cast.
yeah, Ving Rhames is in that one. The opening of that one stands out to me too because
I need to watch it. It's been a long time since.
Well, it's the chick
watched
waking up to go. She's the nurse, and she's waking up to go to work, and her boyfriend tries or husband tries eating her, and then all the shit going on in the neighborhood.
Yeah.
It's just mass chaos.
Yeah. Was this the first zombie movie that like had like that type of energy?
I don't know.
Where they're
I think
running and
did 28 Days Later come out before
I
that?
think so. So
That came
Zack
out before?
Snyder's first feature film was Dawn of the Dead. He directed a bunch of music videos
Okay.
in the 90s before that. But Dawn of the Dead was 2004. And then let me look at
dang, you messed it up on
I did.
how dare
your
you
chronological list.
chronologically inclined.
Chronological list is wrong.
What was I looking up?
You were looking up Zack Snyder.
But then you said something
Running
about
Zombies.
Running.
Oh,
28 days
28
later.
days later.
Short term memory.
28 Days Later, 2002, 2
Okay.
years before.
Okay.
So
So it was probably really inspired
Yeah.
the way he made that
yeah,
movie.
But Dawn of the Dead's great, man. It still holds up because we've watched it in the last couple of years because it got that Scream Factory.
Yeah, and just got a 4K from Screen Factory.
Yeah, you got Ving Rhames, you got Mekhi Phifer. The effects in it were dope. I
zombie
love
ba-
the being trapped in the mall.
The zombie baby.
That got that was a little far fetched, but it was creepy.
Yeah.
But Dawn of the Dead still holds up to me.
Oh,
Great
most
remake. And like I said, I only saw the first one once, but I didn't really like it that much. So I would say I'd prefer that one over the original. Red Dragon, I've only seen one time, and I don't remember a lot about that one. That's from 2002.
And I didn't realize that it's a remake from.
Manhunter.
Yeah, it's a complete. Jordan
Almost-
told me it's a
I think
complete
it's
shot
like
for
shot by
shot
shot.
yeah.
of
be wrong.
Manhunter.
But it's a really good movie. It's kind of more of like a thriller. It's not so much like
Yeah,
super
Edward
scary.
Norton.
Edward Norton.
And
You get
it's
the
fixing to
early
get
days of Hannibal Lecter.
Anthony
Yeah.
Hopkins. Yeah.
and then I think it's about to get a 4K release as well from Kibo.
Shout out Kibo.
Yeah, we love the Kibo.
The Kibo.
Then probably one of the best horror remakes ever to come out
My favorite horror movie of all time,
is the Texas Chainsaw Massacre from 2003.
the remake.
The
Yeah.
remake.
Jordan, do you want to tell the backstory of about your Texas Chainsaw Massacre?
Yeah. On my old videos that are now deleted, I've always told this story. Me and a buddy were doing a dance gig just in another town, just me and him. And one night we went and saw Texas Chainsaw in the theater, and I'd never seen the original. This was my like intro. I was even kind of just now like at that time watching a lot of horror.
Yeah.
Because I didn't grow up watching horror that much. But yeah, we went and saw it in the theater, and I thought it was a true story, and it scared the living shit out of us.
I can't imagine seeing that in the theater thinking it was
And
true
we were in a
story.
weird town.
Yeah.
We had to go back to our hotel.
Not
in this-
familiar with
not
the
familiar.
surroundings.
Thought it was real. Like, it had an impact. Let's just say that.
Yeah. It's,
And of course, I found out not long after that it was, it wasn't fully like a true story. But yeah, like that has always been my number one. And of course, I love the original. I went back, I watched that. I've watched all of them now. But there's just something about that remake. I just
it's so
love
good.
it.
I love the grittiness of it. You got Lee Emery playing. I went brain dead now. Whatever his name is.
Sheriff Hoyt?
The
Sheriff
Sheriff,
Hoyt,
yeah.
yes.
Yeah, Sheriff Hoyt is one of my favorite like side characters of horror movies.
Yeah, and
Hilarious.
I love the dude that played the guy that they casted for Leatherface was
It's the
perfect.
dude from the program, right?
Yeah, that
What's
played
his name?
Latimer.
Yeah, Leatherface is incredible. That first scene where he like steps in the room and hits the dude in the back and drags him through the house. Oh my god, I thought I was gonna have a heart attack.
Cutting the dude with the dude trying to get away. No, that's the beginning.
The way you were holding on to the 40X seats.
Yeah,
That was
that's
me
how
just
you were
holding
the
on
whole
to a
time.
still seat.
Yeah, I mean,
I was traumatized walking out of that.
And now
theater.
I'll say it again. It's another one that I enjoy over the original.
Yeah.
It's more of none of them are enjoyable watches. Not the
It's more fun.
Yeah.
I mean, you can just
as
say
demented as it sounds. It's a whole lot more fun to watch.
Yeah.
The first one is just so gritty. The original is just so gritty and so hard to watch, and this one is just more enjoyable, a whole lot more funner.
Now defend the original.
Go ahead. I know you're giving me a
I
stank
don't waste my
face.
time defending the original.
Give me
I've
the stank
defended it
face.
100 times.
I
Outside of
got
the
a tag team partner on this one.
Is this not your like number 2 though, behind the original? Oh, you like 2 a lot. You
Yeah.
like Texas.
Andrew
Chainsaw 2.
Brownansky
Yeah.
played
Oh, Latimer
Leatherface.
from
He's
program.
Latimer in
Yeah.
the program. He's a big
So,
boy.
man,
Because you like the remake.
I love the
Jessica Biel.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I love
Dude,
the remake.
Jessica
And
Biel.
I love part 2, but like I said in the recap episode we did of that franchise, that last 45 minutes of part 2, it's rough.
Yeah.
When they get into the compound, it's
Yeah.
rough. The first 45 minutes I love it, bro. But yeah, I love the remake. I fuck with Tony.
So you
But-
enjoy sitting through 2 hours of the original more than the 2 hours of the remake? Like you truly enjoy watching that movie more?
No. I just have it. I have it higher up, but I've watched the remake way more than I've watched the original.
Yeah, probably because of me.
Well, that and
We've
just,
watched it so
it's
many
just
times.
easier to watch. I mean,
it's-
I
yeah.
love the original one. It's my favorite in the franchise because of like the groundbreak. Like
Oh,
how
yeah.
but like
Yeah.
it's not as easy to watch as the remake.
Yeah.
Clearly,
Yeah.
Not more funner.
more funner. Not more fun.
I'm gonna turn you eventually on. Where you,
Now, one of
you
my favorite remakes
claim
that's
the
come
remake
out
over the original.
in that
Yeah.
mid 2000s area was House of Wax.
Bro, that one's fired.
Yeah.
Hopefully, Scream Factory 4K's that one too.
Yeah, you got Alicia Cuthbert in that one.
Yeah, you got Paris
Haughty,
Hilton. You got
Paris Hilton.
Gets killed really nice, Clark, in that one.
I need to watch that one again.
The practical effects are great in it. The kills are good. Just that mid 2000s, just fun horror
Once
movie.
again, never seen the original.
And
Kills are good. Kills are good.
I think that was another original was a Vincent Price movie as well.
Yeah, that one is. I do know that. Love it.
Yeah, House of Wax is just a good time. Just a good time.
Yeah, I need to watch that again.
House
Yep.
of Wax was a perfect like mid 2000s horror movie. and it's one of those that was like super 2000s.
Oh yeah.
But it still holds up though. I think, and this is when you really start to. Let's see. This is 2005. So this is really when what I say started the influx of all these fire ass remakes was Dawn of the Dead.
Yeah.
Because Dawn of the Dead, well, actually Texas Chainsaw, because Texas Chainsaw was 03.
Yeah, and then Dawn
of the Dead was 04. House of Wax was 05, and then now we're in 05, Amityville Horror.
Which I enjoy that one with Ryan Reynolds.
That was the first one that I'd seen,
Yeah.
like out of that franchise.
I love part
liked
2. I do like this remake, and I like the first one. It's slow though. Amityville, the third one, the 3D, terrible.
Rough.
Ain't part 2 don't it have Paulie in it?
Yeah,
Amityville 2?
Paulie
He's
is in.
smacking people around in it, ain't it? Yeah, when he's smacking people around. Yeah, he's a piece of shit in that movie too. God,
He's just
damn,
a piece of
he's
shit all over the place.
But yeah, Amityville Horror remake with Ryan Reynolds. I did like. I didn't love it, but I mean it was cool.
You can definitely see the Michael Bay influence in that one as
For
well.
sure,
with
100%.
the same as Texas Chainsaw, coming off of Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, I always liked it.
This was a miss, and I only saw it once, and I hated it so bad. Even back then, I didn't even try to rewatch it. The Fog remake.
oh god, yeah, I've watched
Yeah.
it one time and
It was
I blocked it out of
awful.
my memory.
Bro, it came out when I worked at Media Play, and me and Skeggs bought the DVD of it. This is back when they had full screen editions and widescreen edition DVDs. You remember that's how old this was. And man, I was like, this movie's terrible.
terrible. Doesn't have.
And I
any-
wasn't even a big Fog original fan in 2005.
Yeah,
I'd seen it and thought it was good, but like,
it has none of the feel that the original has.
I just watched it for the first time a couple of years ago,
Yeah,
and it was
it
brutal.
captures nothing
yeah,
from the
it's
original.
tough.
no,
Absolutely
not at all.
nothing.
It was definitely a money grab that didn't work out.
That
And
failed.
Then
This,
it has like a straight to DVD, TV
For
movie
sure.
type of vibe.
Yeah,
to
it has a bunch of like TV actors in that one too. I believe,
Yeah.
don't it?
Feels like a TNT.
And
Movie.
then one of your favorites comes out the next year. Is 2006 is The Hills
this
Have
is
Eyes.
probably-
We've talked
this is
about this one.
probably my. This is in my top. It's probably my top 3 favorite horror remakes. I love the original one. Hills Have Eyes. What we're talking about.
Yeah,
2006. I'm pretty sure I saw this in the theater
I
with
did.
Skeggs.
I know I did.
And
I saw it
I
in the
think-
theater too.
You did?
if I didn't see it with him, I've seen it in the theater. This movie terrified me, bro.
Yeah, it's
Like,
brutal
It
in all aspects. It is brutal.
The kills are brutal. The whole vibe of it just makes you feel dirty watching it.
Yeah,
The creepy factor. Then there's the very hard to watch scene in the trailer.
Yeah, that whole sequence with the family.
That was like 10, 15 minute scene.
Oh man,
It's so
It-
rough.
from
it is
the daughter in the
panic-inducing.
trailer to the dad getting like raised up,
In the
on-
tree.
Set on fire.
Yeah, it's
and they get dragged underground. Like that's one of the only movies I've walked out and like felt truly like disgusting. Like there's something wrong.
yeah.
with
They
what I
pulled
just
no.
watched.
They pulled every punch they could out in that one.
And it's a great movie. I
Yeah.
will co-sign that. Like
Yeah,
it's
it's-
really well made.
That's about one of the only movies that I will let slide with that one scene. Because
Yeah.
y'all all know that that's a killer for me when it comes to
Yeah.
movies. When it comes to that subject
That
matter,
movie is rough.
I don't want nothing to do. But that's pretty much one of the only ones that I'll let that scene slide for the rest of it because it's just
Yeah,
God. It's
yeah. That
like you said, you feel
crazy.
so grimy after that one. It's like, oh, I need a shower.
And the original's cool too.
Yeah, but it's
I've only
it's
seen
not.
it once or twice.
It's not as effective as the remake is.
Well, it
though.
just doesn't have that modern like.
Yeah.
because it has like metal music playing. And it
Yeah.
just,
Yeah.
I don't know. It just gets you like worked up.
yeah, it's
And then, golly, then there's Hills Have Eyes 2, which that remake, it's not even a remake. It's like a sequel of the remake.
Yeah,
But it's not a remake of Hills Have Eyes 2, the original.
oh, you
know what
lost
I'm
me
saying?
completely on
one.
the remake of the remake.
No, I'm saying so there was Hills Have Eyes 1 and 2 original,
Yes.
where the dog has the flashback.
Yes.
Hills Have Eyes 2. The Hills Have Eyes 2, the newer one,
Yeah.
that's not a remake of.
Oh, okay.
the-
Gotcha,
you know
gotcha,
what I'm saying?
gotcha. Yeah.
It's just, I guess, a sequel, which it was okay. It was like with the whole military storyline, but
Yeah.
it wasn't near as.
no, not at all.
effective.
rough as- yeah,
it wasn't as effective as the first one was.
Yeah.
And yeah, Black Christmas in 06.
Which I have, not the more recent one that came out. What like 3 years ago.
Yeah, it's
But
had 2 remakes.
It's Black Xmas that came out in 2006, but it's
I like it more than the original.
That's the one with the John.
I'll say it.
That's the one with the jaundice
yes.
Santa Claus.
Yeah, I'm glad you said it because I will admit that as well.
I'm not a fan of the original.
The original is it gives birth to slasher movies.
Yeah, I mean, I respect it, but
I respect
not a fan
it,
of
but it's like the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Very great comparison. I have a whole lot more fun watching Black Xmas than I do Black Christmas.
I do too.
Even though the guy
Not
has
ashamed to say
the
it.
whole jaundice thing.
Yeah, the John.
Yeah, it's got
jaundice,
goofy stuff to it, but
The kills are great.
it's not a great movie by any means.
No, it's completely over the top.
yeah, it's fun at Christmas time though.
Yeah, it's a great horror Christmas movie to add into the mix.
Yeah, and we were late to the party on it.
Yeah.
It took us a long time before we
And that
watched
Blu-ray
it.
is super. I'm surprised nobody's picked that one up
Yeah, it needs
to put that one out.
That needs another release.
Yes, badly, because that Blu-ray, isn't it like a Canadian Blu-ray that's like super out of print?
Yeah.
Hey.
Eh?
So yeah, another one of the greatest remakes, Rob Zombie's Halloween.
Well, you passed one.
You skipped one,
The Hitcher from 2007.
which I haven't seen.
You've never seen that one?
I've watched
It's another one.
I haven't seen the original. Or
That's the one with Sophia, or the
Yeah,
chick from
and,
One Tree Hill, right?
Yeah, and the dude, what's his name from Game of Thrones, from the first season of Game of Thrones, that gets his head cut off.
Oh, I don't know.
Stark.
We're on it.
Yeah,
Oh,
but
those
Sean
real
Bean.
Sean Bean.
Seems right.
I think that's him.
Sean Bean
Sean Bean.
and Sophia
People watch
Bush.
Game of Thrones.
Sophia
No.
Bush. You got them both right on that one.
Damn, Sophia Bush. Yeah.
But it's another one that the first one is it's fun with Rutger Hauer.
Oh, the first one's a classic, bro.
Yeah.
Did it ever? Has it even gotten a Blu-ray?
No.
What
No.
year did the first one come? Like the original come
I
out?
want
I
to say
say
mid 80s.
Early mid '80s.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to say
Chance.
83. It's somewhere between 83 and 85 with Rutger Hauer. And
You bought me the DVD of.
Yeah.
Is it the remake or the
the
original?
remake.
The original.
The remake.
I still need to watch it.
The
It's
remake's dope, bro.
It's just more brutal. It's more it's right there along the line, it's like Hills Have Eyes and stuff like that. It's just more modernized,
Yeah.
which it doesn't have a Blu-ray. Neither one of those have a Blu-ray release.
86.
86.
86.
I was off. That's
That
it.
1 year.
It's all right. Now we can get into the masterpiece that you were talking about.
Yeah. Rob Zombie's Halloween, man, 2007. Fucking
Greatness.
killer movie, bro. Brutal as shit.
It's not for everybody.
Yeah,
It's definitely not for everybody.
Another one that makes you feel like kind of gross. and
Yeah.
That's just Rob Zombie in general.
I mean,
Your Halloween purist, I can see, are not fans of it.
Well, it does something. The one thing it does different than all the other ones is it gives you that hour-long backstory.
Yeah, which I love.
Which I like that.
Yeah.
I like the backstory.
it's
of
two
why-
movies, essentially. It's
Yeah.
a prequel, and it's the, or,
You almost feel sorry for Michael Myers.
Yeah,
yeah.
because growing up in the worst situation possible.
There's
Yeah.
some scenes in there, man. Even when the kid with Daig, the kid that played,
Yeah.
we met him at the festival. He was a cool dude.
Ain't he a rapper now or
Yeah,
something?
he's a rapper. Yeah. But that scene where he gets that branch, the strongest branch ever, by the way,
Yeah.
and he whoops that kid. That
It's
kid
tough.
is a kid
That,
is a
and then
bullet.
when he kills his family, just that whole
Yeah,
the whole
sequence
duct
of
tape.
killing his sister and like the camera's shaking.
Dude, and I know
And the whole
Clown
the
mask.
stepdad with the duct tape where he slashes, and then the boyfriend gets it the worst with the bat
yeah, he's
in the
just trying to
kitchen.
eat a bologna sandwich.
Yeah,
when he
always
does that, when he that metal, bro, when he does that, it starts twitching.
Yeah, he's just
bro.
trying to get
He
some.
just got it on.
He's just trying to
and
get a
he's trying to eat a
hummus
sandwich.
He want a bologna sandwich after he gets a booty
Gets
tang.
beat with a baseball bat.
Dude, it's like Chad said, when he's sitting there, like the body's just sitting there twitching.
Oh yeah, that twitching. Yeah. it's
While
rough.
Dag is sitting there, and he's fucking eating candy corn at the kitchen table.
Yeah, you like candy corn, right?
Yeah, he's a fucking
I
serial
remember
Love
I've
it.
heard this
Wow.
argument a few
Yeah,
times.
that explains everything. You
So do yourself a favor and get you some candy
I
corn.
looked
Did
at
you
Chance
see-
and he went,
He also did this. He went. Yeah, like he's proud of his candy corn.
candy
thing.
corn.
Let me
Dude,
tell y'all
Oscar
something.
all
Get you
straight.
some candy corn.
most generic shout out. Get you some candy corn. Not
that's their-
Brach's
that's
candy
their
corn
slogan.
or whatever it is.
That's their slogan.
I'll
Get
say
you some.
this, and I know y'all are going to disagree with this. This was Rob Zombie's third movie, and this was the last good movie Rob Zombie did.
You didn't like the monsters?
I'm not going to watch the monster.
But it's another remake.
I know that y'all like H2, and I
It's
like
that-
parts of H2.
yeah.
But
I'll agree
this
with
was
that.
the last good, like really well made movie Rob Zombie did. Because after this one, he did H2, which I do like parts of H2, right? Mm-hmm. But then he did
Lords of Salem.
Lords of Salem.
Yeah. No
Then he did.
I tried giving that one, trying to give that one multiple.
A lot of
watches.
old lady titty. Oh. Then he did 31.
Not good.
Could have been amazing.
Yeah.
Fell flat. And then he did
3 from Hell.
3 from Hell.
Yeah, and then the monsters. Yeah,
Monsters. I forgot that even happened.
Everybody did. God. 3 from Hell was so bad. But yeah, Rob Zombie Halloween it's so dope, bro.
it's
That-
so
that,
brutal.
That was the movie where my wife stopped watching horror movies.
I can imagine
Rob Zombie Halloween.
I can't imagine.
Bethany watching that. And
Well,
just,
when we first started dating, of course, she's probably just trying to.
depress you.
Yeah, we watched all the Saw movies. Like we watched
That's
everything.
was it the kitchen table scene that
It was just like the language and
Yeah.
just how dirty. It's just Rob Zombie.
it's just so brutal, man.
We saw it in the theater, and then I remember I bought the DVD and like I turned it on one day, and she was like, "This is it. I'm done. Like I can't watch it anymore."
I mean, I could see why that would
and she's never watched any. since.
I can see where people are extremely turned away from it, but
Yeah, she's like, "I can't believe you watched this stuff."
I
I'm like,
love
"You
it.
watched it with me for."
I'm a big fan of the original. Like that's my favorite horror movie of all time. But I really enjoyed Rob Zombie's Halloween.
Yeah.
I think he done
I-
a great
I feel
job.
A lot
with
of people like the first one.
yeah,
It's the second one
Yeah,
where everybody's.
That's
And
the
I get
only
the- I get the
Halloween
hate
movie
for the
I
second
haven't
one.
finished.
yeah.
Still
Never
haven't
finished it?
Mm-mm. Had
watch
no.
Theoretical.
Yep.
Well, I mean, should we just go ahead and skip over to the Halloween 2, where we have there's Quarantine in there from 2008, which is a total skippable
Yeah.
movie, which is a remake of Wreck.
Well,
Yeah.
before we get into how, there's another one from 2008, I think, that you left off here that I liked, but it's a rough one. Last House on the Left
Oh yeah.
Oh, okay.
I've watched that one.
with Aaron Paul. Aaron Paul is one of the characters in that one.
Brutal scene in that. That's
It's the other than Death Wish 2, it's the longest R word scene in any movie I've
You don't
watched.
say that word.
I don't think.
Y'all said it a few times.
I call it
like
grape.
R word.
Oh, grape. Yeah, it's a very
Grapey.
yeah.
very grapey. It's a very grapey.
I've noticed y'all
scene.
say R word a few times, like in your videos.
Yeah.
I'm like, can you not say that word anymore?
No,
Is that the cancel?
just
cancel?
try.
Can't say that.
Yeah.
So, but
Grapey.
I enjoy that one.
Grape is the
It's
new word.
grape is the new word for sure. But it's we can move on. But
I'll give it that one. The whole microwave scene is pretty brutal.
Yeah.
That's
And I'm a fan of the original one. You know, the original Last House on the Left.
Wes
Craven,
Yeah.
Okay. But it very dated.
I think I watched that.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
But my bad. So Quarantine.
It was 2008.
Quarantine. There's nothing to
There's
talk
nothing
about.
to talk
with
about
Quarantine.
in it.
Watch
It's just-
Rec 1 and 2.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
all you need to watch.
Don't watch Quarantine.
It's
watch
all-
Rec
It's on
1
my
and 2.
voodoo.
It's
Chance.
just
It's on my voodoo.
pathetic.
So
Gotcha.
go ahead. Yeah. Rob Zombie Halloween 2. Y'all go
In
ahead.
2009. I wish I could
Terrible
make,
movie.
I wish I
You're
could
just
make
gonna
my
leave.
own cut.
Just left.
I wish I could make my own
walks
cut
out.
of this movie between the theoretical version and the unrated version to make one solid movie out of this one. I understand the hate.
I love how we still say theoretical.
Yeah, all the time.
Shout out Phenom Pat.
But I get the hate for it. I totally get it.
I hated the movie the first time I watched it.
Yeah.
The first time I hated it.
And I totally understand it, but
But now I love it.
I love everybody, like the white horse thing. I get it.
Yeah.
I get why people absolutely shun this movie for that. But I can just
It's
see
just his attempt of doing something kind of like artsy fartsy,
Well,
and it didn't work.
He wanted no part of making a second one. Absolutely no part of making a second one, and the studio could not find anybody to come in and do it, so they just threw bukus of money at him and told him he could do whatever he wanted to.
Yeah.
And his whole intention is, okay, well, you're definitely going to not make a third one after this one, after I get done with it.
Yeah.
But man, in the theoretical version, that whole Brad Dourif scene when he finds Annie up in the house in the bathroom, that's right there on like Rocky 3 level of acting, with just the emotion out of that scene. But in the unrated cut, you don't get that.
Yeah.
You don't get that scene. No, maybe I got it back.
One of them.
Yeah,
one of them doesn't
them.
have it.
You swap out one for the other, and then in the other version, You don't get all the psychiatric. Her yelling the whole time.
Yeah, she's calmed down a bit.
Scout Taylor Compton or whatever her name. She was dreadful.
Yes,
Yeah.
especially the psychiatrist.
It's a dreadful movie.
It is. It's
The kills were brutal, but they were so
over the top.
Well, that and shout out to our podcast, great podcast. Tune in right now. There's, I say random, but like the kills that are in all the other Halloween movies are just random kills.
Yeah.
You know, but like there's the random kill scene in the field, and then the strip club scene where he kills the chick from Eastbound and Down, and just
It's brutal.
I love brutal kills in horror movies, but that one was just like, okay, y'all are.
He smashed
Well, even the whole
head in, kicking him in
the
the parking
beginning
lot.
kill with what's her name, the Oscar-winning actress, in the hospital, where
I can't think of her name.
and people get mad at that because Myers is making a sound.
I
but
love it though.
it's
just so intense.
you hear the sounds from it, and
It's horrifying.
Any serial killer that's like on that level is going to make a sound while they're stabbing somebody that hard. I mean, even though it's Michael Myers, he's not a complete mute.
I mean, we've already had like 18 movies of Michael Myers. We can have one where he grunts.
Yeah. And it just.
And this
when
movie
he's
is still
standing over top of her after it.
Yeah.
Halloween H2. Rob Zombie's H2 is leaps and bounds better than kills and ends.
Yes.
Leaps and bounds better
agree.
than the last
I
two.
agree with
That
Thank you, sir.
it's just not talking
And
about
H2O.
Yes.
that. Yeah. Sorry, Chance.
But yeah, it's H2. It's a love-hate. I
get it.
I get it. Yeah, I can't.
Why is he a hobo in that movie?
Because he's just
He just is. He's a normal. He's not normal, but
No, he's
you know
not
what I'm saying.
normal.
Like
He's
he's
dogs out of
Chance
bars.
wanted an explanation.
and a lot of people hate that. They hate
Yeah.
the hobo Myers.
Like he's walking around with like a jacket on, looking all sad and depressed.
But it's
like,
so dope when he pulls that mask out and he slides it on.
Yeah, and you know, especially outside of the strip club where the dude's trying to pick a fight with and just completely smashes the dude's head.
Trust me, like I've had such like a love-hate relationship with that movie. I get it.
Yeah,
It's
I'm not going to win anybody over with that one. trust
yeah,
me.
that's like battling somebody about steak temperature.
Yeah.
You know, like if they like medium well steaks, like you know, it is what it is. But they're wrong.
What's the matter? How do you eat your steak?
How do you eat your steak? Don't say
medium well.
Do you?
No, he was going to go.
Are you
above
serious?
that.
You gotta have that little pink line. That's
Barely.
it.
You're
That's it.
lucky if you're gonna.
What do you
eat
like?
wine.
Beef jerky?
But no, you gotta order
eat a
it
hamburger.
medium, and then you get it medium well.
Dude, medium rare is the only way to order it. I'll accept medium.
Man, Chance.
Medium.
Y'all might as well be
Don't
Michael
waste your
Myers.
money on a-
Y'all might as well
Don't
just
waste your money on a steak.
just eat it with all the blood and everything. Just do it.
So
Dude,
great.
people get serious about steak.
Oh yeah.
Oh, dude. Yeah.
Well, we converted Chad.
Yeah.
I had to quit eating it medium rare though because it was getting a couple of times it got sketchy.
And the thing about it is, if
It was
is
moving.
sketchy, you can always get it cooked a little bit more.
I know, but I just
Medium well, you
I
can.
was afraid
Yeah, you can't go
to
backwards. from
send it
medium well.
back.
Medium-
So
I'll
I
accept
get
medium.
medium.
That's the trick, though. Order
I
it
get
medium.
because
get
medium
it
I know if
medium
it's undercooked
well.
a little bit, it's
There's no
just
trick.
medium rare.
That's the trick.
Like so, I just get medium.
Yeah, I got you.
But moving on now, we have Friday the 13th Killer Cut.
Yes.
Don't forget that edit.
No, I got you. Which is the remake of is it?
Is it a remake?
That's what I'm saying though, because like the first one.
It's kind of like a little bit of part 2 in there. With,
Yeah, I guess you can get a little bit of 1 and 2.
I guess you consider it a remake in some sort. I mean,
But dude, that first 10 minutes though. That first 10 minutes.
It's the movie, and I know you can't keep up that momentum for an hour and a half, but
Yeah.
if they would have kept it up for 40 minutes, 30 minutes, but after the opening credits, it's just
It goes
not the same
downhill.
movie.
The kills are fun. I mean, I like the whole. I think I've talked about this before. I like the whole tunnel system involved in that, where it explains how he can get from over here to over here with the quickness
Yeah.
and all that. But the story is lacking.
He's like an Olympian in it.
Yeah, I like
Yeah,
Derek
he's-
Mears playing. I like the look of Jason in it.
Mm-hmm.
I like Derek Mears playing, especially like the sackhead look of Jason in this
Yeah.
movie. It is so dope looking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I kind of wish they would have stayed with the sackhead the whole movie in a way, but you gotta have the mask in there. But it's an okay remake.
Yeah, for sure. This next chunk for the rest of the episode, there's only probably a handful of these that I've actually seen.
Me too.
So we'll probably get through these a little quicker. But I actually have never seen the My Bloody Valentine remake.
Yes, you know, with Tom Atkins in it.
No. Okay, yeah, I'm thinking of Fright Night. Fright Night. Okay, so My Bloody Valentine. That's
Everybody
the one.
calm down.
Damn, God damn it, calm down. I've totally seen that. Sorry, my bad.
And it's a fun one.
It's definitely fun. I was reading Fright Night. I haven't seen the Fright Night remake. That's the one with Colin Farrell. Yeah, I haven't seen that one. But My Bloody Valentine.
It's fun.
It's fun, and we love the original too.
Yeah.
But it's not better. No, but it's still a fun watch though.
Yeah. It was right there in that whole 3D era and everything.
Yeah. And I like the Crazies. From 2010 with Timothy Oliphant. I thought that one was creepy.
It's better than the original.
Yeah.
Arrow put out the original, and I tried watching it. It's super dated.
I didn't even know it was a remake.
Yeah.
For the longest time.
Yeah, I remember the movie.
It is good.
Yeah.
Like in the remake of Crazies where they're at the baseball game and shit starts getting.
And then that whole hospital scene too.
Yeah,
where,
dude. I need to rewatch that, man.
That whole
it's on my
hospital
Voodoo.
scene is so stressful with that the infected person coming in there with all the oh my gosh.
Yeah, shout out to the Crazies. Piranha.
I've watched it.
I think
can't remember.
yeah.
A lot
I remember
of
it was, like, really
titties.
brutal.
Yeah.
Lots of titties.
Way more brutal than it should be.
Yeah.
Because it's a dumb movie.
Yeah, it's a good summertime flick. We should have. We didn't add that one in. Did we have that in the Creature Features episode?
I can't remember if we
I don't
did
think
that.
so.
What I get so happy.
I love we
How did I get so happy?
Just turned into Stewie from Family Guy.
Oh no.
But yeah, I've seen Piranha, I think, once.
Yeah,
it kind of runs
fun.
together with those.
I remember
other,
it being pretty fun.
Christopher Lloyd's in it.
Shout out to Doc Brown.
Yeah, buddy.
This one I've seen once, but I didn't even see the original.
I've never seen it.
That's the
both
one with
original.
Chloe Grace Moretz.
It's
Let
it's
Me
the
In.
remake.
Yeah.
The
We keep forgetting to say the titles of the movies.
Let the Right One In is the original, and I think it's from overseas. It's like
Is it on your Voodoo?
maybe
I don't know.
Deep cut right there.
it's all right. It's just she's a vampire hidden away, and then
I've heard a lot of people talk good about it.
Let the Right One. I like Let the Right One In, the original, more than Let
Is it
Me
a
In.
snowy setting?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to watch it.
Yeah. It's pretty brutal. Both of them are pretty brutal too.
She was acting in all. Does she still do? I don't even see her name like in movies and stuff anymore. She was really popular around this time frame.
Yeah, because she had the kick-ass movies.
Yeah, she had that. She had a bunch of stuff. Like,
Carrie?
Which is on here. Have any of y'all seen the Fright Night remake? Have
Nope.
you seen it? Okay.
Once, and nothing really stuck. The originals.
And they did
way
another
better.
one, did they not? Or Fright Night?
I'm
Maybe
not
that's
sure.
just the original.
No idea.
Yeah, the original is way better. I saw it.
Was it anywhere close to the original as far as like the way the story and stuff?
Yeah, a little bit of it, but they put like a little bit more of a modern twist on it, and
Or Twilight type shit?
yeah, it's just
This next one, I haven't seen this. None of y'all have, I know.
Silent Night.
Silent Night. Yeah, I have not
seen it?
No, I've never owned it. I've never seen Silent Night. I always saw it at McKay's. I never got it.
Dude, pick it up. It's a fun. It's
Okay.
right there with Black Xmas.
Yeah,
if you like
it's-
Black Xmas, you'll like Silent Night.
Actually,
It's worth having on the
Yeah, the whole wood chipper,
Christmas horror.
the whole wood chipper scene is. Whew,
Yeah.
it's got some brutal kills. Simple story. It rolls along. I
And
think-
only some of it kind of feels like remake-ish.
Yeah.
compared
Oh, it's
to
on my
the old
Voodoo.
ones.
Sweet.
Of course it is.
I'll have to check it out sometime, guys.
And there's a lot of it that's not
Yeah,
like
yeah.
from the original. I don't even know if it was truly supposed to be a remake.
I
And
think
it's
just the
Malcolm
name.
McDowell, right? That's what y'all said. Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah, I forgot he's in. I hate him.
Yeah.
And then Santa is the
He
killer.
was in the Rob Zombie Halloween remake.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Dr. Loomis.
yeah, he's an awful Loomis.
Yeah,
he's
he's
awful.
awful in this one too.
Yeah,
He's
I
the,
never
he's
like
the worst
him.
part of Silent Night by far.
Yeah,
Really?
But it's fun. It's like I said, it's a fun Christmas horror movie to mix into the mix.
for sure.
I've seen this one once. I remember it being cool. I want to say it's dude from Lord of the Rings.
Elijah Wood.
Elijah Wood.
Yeah.
Maniac from 2012, which we're big fans of the original one. But
I
this
only
one,
watched it once too.
yeah, I remember it being cool, but I don't remember
Yeah.
it being like outstanding.
It was more of a artsy style compared to how the original Maniac is more grimy and dirty
Yeah.
and all that stuff, and this one went more like a art style to
I need
it.
to rewatch both of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've only watched both of them once.
You get a whole lot more colors and everything in the remake, and it's just as brutal as the original because the one where he scalps that one girl, it's just, whew. But
Pretty brutal. Son.
yeah, pretty brutal. But it's pretty good. I like the original more than the remake on that one.
Yeah. Then we got Carrie. When Chloe Grace Moretz was in that one. That one was okay. I'm not the hugest fan of the original. I appreciate it, but it's not one that I go back and watch a lot.
No.
Sissy Spacek, John Travolta. I just, it's cool, but like, it's not one that.
I never watched it.
You never seen the original?
No,
The remake.
It's okay. Yeah, I mean,
it doesn't hold. If I was to pick one of the two out, I'd pick the original over that one.
Yeah. And this one though, nah,
it's got to be up there on your list of remakes.
It's
in mine.
Evil Dead, 2013.
Yeah.
Super brutal. Love the remake. I mean, honestly, if we're sitting there being honest with each other, guys, like it's my favorite in all the Evil Dead movies.
No, I'll admit to that too.
But that's because I'm not me and Tony have talked about this, and we've gotten shit for it. We're not the biggest fans of the Evil Dead franchise.
Yeah.
I like the original first one more than y'all do.
Yeah.
I really like the first one.
Yeah.
But I'm not a fan of 2. I'm not a fan of Army of Darkness.
Yeah. And I
Most people
tried,
love 2.
I tried watching that new one, and I turned it off about 30 minutes, and I'm going to finish it. But I was not feeling this new one that just came out.
I haven't watched it yet.
But I'm gonna finish it for sure. I've got like an hour left or something.
But dude,
It's okay. It's not.
That end to Evil Dead 2013 though, where it's literally raining blood.
Yeah, the blood rain. I saw this one in the theater. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Oh, I can imagine being shot, especially with the little the turkey carver scene and everything. And just
Shot turkey carver.
and the whole what was it in the bathroom with the mirror and shit. Ooh. That one makes you like while you're watching it makes your toes curl from like the stress of it.
I love the setting of like
The woods.
the woods, like the first one and the remake. It's just fun.
Yeah.
Fun vibe.
Good shit.
Like it.
And then I've only seen this one once, The Town That Dreaded Sundown from 2014.
I liked it.
Yeah, I mean, I've owned it ever since it came out. I've watched it maybe once or twice. It's fun.
I
Like,
remember the ending gets real
Way better than the
twisty,
original.
turning.
Oh,
like,
gosh.
At the end.
The original was a snooze fest.
No, for sure. But I'm talking about like on the remake.
Oh, yeah. I
At
can't
the end,
recall.
I remember like there's multiple twists. I feel like that they kind of get a little.
yeah,
Were they
Excessive
trying to
with
set up for? I can't remember too much of it.
I
Were they
only
trying to
watched
set
it
up
once,
for a
man.
sequel
I
for it or
remember when
something?
it got a
I
Best
don't know.
Buy exclusive Blu-ray release or something back then, and I watched it. I liked it, but I just remember the ending. It just keeps turning and shit. Like they keep switching shit up.
And I believe that's where they got the original look for Jason.
Yeah.
The
Sackhead.
original Town That Dreaded.
I like that look. Like I like that's. I mean, with Jason, the mask, you know, the hockey mask is iconic. But I think that look and this look in this movie, I think is yeah. It's more. It seems more realistic. Like that's what a killer would be walking around looking like.
I like
Because
it
if
too.
you look at Jason's back, that's not really a hockey mask.
Yeah.
Even back in the old hockey goalie days, none of them really looked like that.
Yep.
The cover for Friday the 13th Part 5 was a hockey mask.
Mm-hmm.
But the other one's not so much.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. This next one, I've just refused to watch it, man.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
I watched it once. It's fucking
I watched
terrible.
it not too long ago.
Is it?
It's fucking terrible.
Yeah, it's not good.
Yeah.
Nowhere near the
Poltergeist,
Cabin
2015.
Fever. Is that what we're talking about?
Oh, I was talking about Poltergeist.
Poltergeist.
Yeah. My
I
bad.
thought you were talking about Cabin Fever.
No, yeah.
No, I like Cabin Fever.
Yeah. So
okay.
Poltergeist 2015.
Sorry.
Have you seen the Poltergeist one?
Like bits and pieces.
It's
Yeah.
terrible. It's
I
fucking
stayed
terrible.
away from it because I heard nothing but god awful reviews on it, so I just stayed
You
away
ain't
from
missing
it.
nothing.
Cabin Fever, what Jordan's talking about, I have seen it. It's cool. Like
Yeah.
I love the original one, and they did a remake 13 years after it made no sense.
Ain't it pretty much like almost close to like a shot?
Yes,
It's
yeah,
very
it's
much-
very close, and it's just not. It ain't even been 15 years since
All
the
the
original
characters
one
are
came out.
unlikable.
Yeah,
Hey,
it's
see,
like-
I haven't seen Cabin Fever. I haven't seen this one.
the original one's so good, man. It's
Scream
Eli
Factory
Roth.
put it out.
Mhm.
Yeah,
It's like an IFC.
Oh, okay,
yeah,
gotcha.
one of those deals. Then we've got an awesome one, 2017
Heavy
It.
hitter.
It
Chapter
One of-
1.
Yeah, they hated Chapter 2. I like Chapter 2, but I haven't rewatched it in a couple of years.
We went. I think we also went and saw
We
this in
did,
theater,
we
didn't
did, yeah, and y'all hated it. I remember.
What? Chapter 1?
I don't know. Yeah, chapter 1. And I'm talking about y'all, but y'all did not like chapter 2.
Yeah, I wasn't crazy
Chapter
about
2
the
didn't
second
sit
one.
well with me, but
Yeah.
chapter 1 is fucking awesome.
Yeah,
Oh, it's great.
shocked me.
This is one I like better than the original.
I
Yeah.
get that.
Wait.
Yeah,
That,
Way better,
I'm
but
gonna be honest, man.
I'm not a fan of either
I'm
one.
not
really.
either. I love Tim
Yep.
Curry,
yeah.
but that it's pretty just dreadful.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
It's
with that.
not enjoy like. I love Tim Curry though.
I think
that's really
I think Skarsgård. I like Skarsgård as Pennywise more than Tim Curry too.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I mean, and also too because it was a TV series too, right?
It was the TV
Yeah.
miniseries. Yeah,
Yeah, so it's like
I think over 2
they
nights.
were limited with that. I'm sure, with it being a TV miniseries, and that Stephen King stuff was a lot of that stuff going
Yeah.
on. But it is
Dude,
super
just-
dope.
Especially like watching the audition video of Skarsgård for how he just. It's like
He could like move his eye like a different way.
yeah, and like the drooling, him drooling and
He's
everything.
creepy looking, anyways.
Yeah, it was just very, very effective.
And I thought like there was a lot of like the comedy really worked in it.
In
I
the-
remember
yeah.
seeing it in the theater like laughing,
kids,
like
yeah.
it was so much fun. The kids.
It was like teenage humor, like kid humor when we were that age. It was like the
Yeah.
same shit we would
It's
have
like
said.
it had like Goonies. Vibes.
Exactly.
Definite Goonies
Exactly.
vibes, yeah.
Loved
Good
it.
comparison.
Loved it.
So yeah, this next one, it was awful. Suspiria, 2018.
I cut it off
I
halfway
I
through.
blocked it out.
Yeah, it's not good, bro.
It's too long.
The original was
way too
amazing.
artsy fartsy.
Yeah, it lost me halfway through it. I was like,
I'm
"Ugh."
surprised you even watched it.
Yeah, half of it,
Yeah.
and then turned it off. But
I
yeah,
love the original.
yes, love the
It's
original.
my favorite.
That one,
Argento.
Dario Argento.
Argento.
Luigi Papa.
So Child's Play is the next one, 2019. Man,
I had a lot of fun with it.
I did too. I thought it was okay.
Pour some water
I'm
on
not-
them. Movie's over. Just pour water on them. That's all you
I
gotta
remember
do.
y'all saying like you turn movies off like if you're not sold in 15, 20 minutes, like you
Yeah.
turn it off.
I mean, I watched that in the theater. I don't know if we went and seen that
I
one.
think we did,
Yep.
man. I think we did.
Yeah.
But, I remember.
like the whole AI part. Of it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get the modernized version of Chucky, but like
I like the possession.
some
story a lot
some of the
better.
kills were cool, but like overall, I just thought it was.
I like the score. I like Mark Hamill playing the voice of Chucky.
I know-
I like the score to it too.
I know Chance said that the miniseries or the show on Netflix
Yeah,
is
it's-
terrible.
I haven't
If
watched.
I-
Like the
Whatever.
first few episodes are pretty good, but then it just
Yeah, I'm
kinda-
not a big Child's Play fan.
Yeah.
but I kind of had fun with it. It was better than I expected. I'll
Yeah,
just put it like that.
yeah. It's not a masterpiece by any means, but I had fun with it.
The mom is just the worst mom ever.
Yeah, she's terrible.
Terrible mom. It's Aubrey Plaza too, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Aubrey Plaza.
who-
It's
Yeah.
your girl.
It's one of my favorite celebrity like
I love
actresses.
Aubrey
but
Plaza. Shout out Aubrey
She's
Plaza.
a horrible.
So
she's,
random.
She's horrible in that.
What? What's random?
That she's like one of your top.
I don't know why. I think she's because she's
Her
she's
humor,
funny and she's weird.
her
and
dry
awkward,
sense of
yeah,
humor.
I guess.
And see, I thought that's why I thought you would like Parks and Rec more because
No, I like Parks and Rec. It just didn't keep. Like I got 5 seasons in, and I just.
This was a conversation before we.
Yeah, I don't know. I just
Talking
like,
about
yeah,
TV
I'll come
shows.
back to it, and then I never went back to watch
Yeah,
it.
the first season's hard to get through in Parks and Rec. I'll admit that it's
What are
very
we
hard.
talking about?
Horror remakes.
Welcome to Over the Top podcast, man.
We bounce around.
She has turned more into like a hottie.
Yeah, for
the
sure. I think
years.
it's just like she's so awkward and funny. I don't know.
Yeah.
She,
All right,
yeah. So
Child's Play.
Child's Play's okay, man. Next up, Invisible Man 2020. I saw this in the theater, and I don't remember the first thing about this.
I don't
movie.
remember anything. Either. I
It's
watched
a
it. Too.
video.
Could have been, and I.
Remember it being okay.
It's on
Yeah.
my Voodoo. I may rewatch it in
better than the
2028.
first one for sure.
Yeah, better than the original.
Yep.
Never seen the
Never seen
original.
the original.
either.
It's black.
I saw that one at a drive-in.
What the original?
God, in
No,
1961.
not back then.
Did you go back?
They were
Back to the
showing.
Future?
They were showing.
Marty
yeah,
McFly over here.
they were showing it like some older movies at the drive-through. So we
You got
checked
signed
it
up
out.
for that one?
Yeah.
How good of a time
Kind of
was
gives
that?
you like Marty McFly vibes.
Terrible.
Like he would go back in a time
Mhm.
machine.
You haven't
Swing
seen your time
dancing.
Yeah.
Be doing all that.
Yep.
for sure.
Cha-cha sliding across there?
Yeah.
Okay.
This last one, man, is not. It's not good at all. But it's. I mean, it's
This one pissed you off when we
it's
watched it.
So bad. Wrong turn, bro. Because for the first 30 minutes, you're like, okay, I hate all the characters, but good. They're gonna get the fuck killed out of them, and it's going to be fun to watch. And then it takes this Walking Dead cult turn,
Yeah.
and it's the Walking Dead that's like the last few seasons where it's not even Walking Dead anymore. It's not like, and it's
totally
not even
took
wrong
me out of
turn. It's. I hated it, bro.
Yeah, it's nothing compared to the as cheesy as the first 6 are. This one, they try to go too serious with it, and like you said, a little too.
It just made it wasn't wrong turn. It
yeah,
wasn't.
it
It,
didn't
wasn't
hit.
the like deformed people. Like it wasn't anything like that. It was
Yeah.
just these regular people that didn't have no friends. That was a cult going around like.
Yeah,
I don't know. I didn't like it. And
little
then
deer suits.
there's another couple that I didn't watch that are remakes that are like Black Christmas.
Oh
Watched that
yeah,
one.
yeah. The newer one.
The Craft.
Oh yeah, I forgot about
We
that.
didn't even talk about Nightmare on Elm Street.
Oh, yep.
Yeah,
Oh,
fuck that
God.
movie too.
We skipped it.
Yeah,
didn't even
there's a
know what it
reason.
Yeah, I mean,
'Cause it's
nobody
terrible.
likes it.
Nightmare on Elm Street. Yeah, the one
It
with
just
Jackie Earl
suffers.
Haley.
It just suffers. Nobody can
Yeah,
fill the shoes of Freddy Krueger.
No, and especially not the guy that hit the half court shot from semi-pro. Like,
Yeah.
salute to him. But him being Freddy Krueger just didn't. There was a
I just don't
couple of
think you could cast anybody and
It's-
people would accept it. Because the majority of those heavy hitter icons, like they wear a mask.
Yeah.
yeah,
And Freddy Krueger, it's his face. And
yeah. Everybody
not
knows
him,
Robert
he-
Englund's face.
yeah.
Yeah. It's not like his son or something that's playing him. But
yeah.
that was horror remakes, man. I know
Well,
that
yeah,
we
man.
didn't name all of them, but we got a good little chunk of them out of there.
Yeah, let us
And,
know if we missed any down in the comment section.
Yeah, let us know y'all's favorite horror remakes and comment below. Let us know what you think of the episode. And as always, hit the subscribe button on the YouTube and all the audio platforms. It's in the description. And hit the sponsors up. You got Trouble Spirits, Nixon Pro Media, Revolution One Media. Salute to Viz for pulling up on us for another episode. Man, there's gonna be plenty more.
And for all them awesome thumbnails.
All those awesome thumbnails, dude.
Thumbnail King, and we out this motherfucker.